We are in Nowy Korczyn today, a small city which dates back to the times of Casimir the Great. Its location was in 1300, and it was a very important trading center in the valley of Vistula river. So, it was on the main trading route from Cracow to Lublin and then on to Vilnius. The particular success of the city is marked by the proximity of the river and the trading in grain, which of course the local Jewish community was actively taking part in. The first traces of Jewish community are here already in 1500. This magnificent synagogue, the first traces of it, or the first building on this location, was established already in mid-1600. It was used, rebuilt on many occasions, finally taking this shape as we see it in 1800. The Jewish community of Nowy Korczyn in the 20s and 30s was reaching to the numbers of 3,000 of Jews. At the same time, close to 60% of the total population of Nowy Korczyn itself. During the Holocaust, there was an open ghetto established in Nowy Korczyn itself. In the year of 1942, most of the community members were driven on the roads outside of Nowy Korczyn and walked towards the rail station in Szczucin, and in Szczucin put on the cattle cars, and the cattle cars were taking the Jewish community members of Nowy Korczyn into the death camp of Bełżec. A couple of hundreds of those who stayed behind were kept as workers, or those that were coming out from different hideouts were ultimately deported from Nowy Korczyn, mostly into the slave labor camp called Hasag in Skarżysko-Kamienna, which under the severe regime of slave labor force, some of them managed to survive. What we have today is the ruin of a synagogue. This was a house of prayer for close to 500 years. Today, empty. It didn't suffer physical destruction during the war, because the synagogues in this region were very often used by the German Nazis as the storages for grain in their program confiscation of food resources from the local peasants. So when you look at the building, you can very clearly see that the men's prayer hall was separated with an additional wooden floors. When you look into the walls, you can see the traces of beams that were put into the side walls in order to create the second story, to increase the storaging capacity. And it was just used as a storage for agricultural materials. This function remained after the war. It was used by the local communist association of peasants self-help up until the 60s. In the 60s, the building got abandoned, the roof caved in, and it was slowly going into decline. I remember this building from 10-15 years ago, when the caved-in roof was creating a serious threat for life while entering. About 10 years ago, the community of Nowy Korczyn decided to put some money into the building. They've stabilized the construction, they've secured the walls, they removed the roof, and they right now maintain it as a kind of an open ruin in the very city center of Nowy Korczyn itself.